Good morning everyone. Today we have to see timber and its market forms, plywood, veneer, also fall ceiling material. Myself Dr. J. Sagaruban, Department of Civil Engineering, Rohini College of Engineering and Technology. What is timber? Timber is an important construction material. It is used as a building structural element as well as a door, window, partition. Perfect timber logs would make the construction work as a simple. The timber obtained from tree is cut into the suitable commercial sizes and shaped for various engineering purposes. Some of the common market form of timber is log, ballack, board, curtain, blank, pole, deal, scantling and end. So the plywood as a building material. Plywood has a huge range of use within the construction industry. Some of the most common work we have to use as using a formwork, mold for wet concrete, to make light partition or external walls, to make a furniture, especially cupboard, kitchen cabinets and office table. As a flooring system, part of flooring system for packing, to make light door and shutters. These are some of the material as plywood used. It consists of face, core and back. The face of the surface that is visible after installation, while the core lies between the face and the back. It is a thin layer of wood veneer glued together. The resins are used in between the layer. Resin like adhesive, the strong adhesive has been used. This is mainly a adhesive, mainly a phenol or urea formaldehyde resin. Each layer is oriented with its gain perpendicular to the adjacent layer. Plywood as a building material generally formed into the large sheet. We have different type of sheets. Based on the sheet we have to cut it and use for in a construction purpose. Some of the properties of plywood is it having a high strength, it is a flexible material, it also a moisture resistant material, it is a chemical resistant, it having a high chemical resistant capacity, it also a high impact resistant capacity, fire resistance and insulations, high insulation properties. Right? So these are some of the properties of plywood. Some of the type of plywood used in construction purpose. We have 4 types. One is structural plywood, external plywood, internal plywood and marine plywood. So what is structural plywood? It is used as a permanent structure where high strength is needed. This include flooring, beams, formwork and bracing panel. It can be made from softwood or hardwood. External plywood, used on exterior surface where the decorative or aesthetic finish is important. It is not used to bear load or stresses, such as an exterior door surface and wall cladding. We have to use as a external plywood. Internal plywood is a beautiful finish for non-structural application like paneling, ceiling and furniture. Finally, marine, it is a specially treated using preservatives, paint or varnish to resist the water damage. It is a water resisting plywood. It is used for the water resistant structure, resist fungal attack, does not delaminate. Next we will see the wood veneer. Wood veneer is the simplest term of thin slices of natural wood, generally 1/40th of thick. These veneer are typically pressed onto or laminated to a thicker core material such as plywood, particle board and MDF to create a structural panel to be used in the place of thicker hardwood lumber. Veneer is carpentry. Porcelain refer to a very thin slice of wood. The veneer is put to use by gluing it on the surface, which is included but it not limited to the wood. So medium density fiber board or particle. This picture shows how that veneer we have to use it. So this is a very thick material. It is used in the plywood top and some of the element like cupboards like that we have to use in that as a top layer. So very less thickness material. So next we will see the false ceiling material. The false ceiling are often the secondary ceiling that are hung below the main ceiling with the help of suspension cord or stud. These ceiling are crafted from wide range of materials such as plaster of Paris, gypsum board, asbestos sheet, particle board, aluminium panel, wood. These are also known as draught ceiling or suspended ceiling. Component of false ceiling. The suspended ceiling system consists of three parts. One is primary member, secondary member and main member. Suspended ceiling are created using metal grid system which are suspended below the ceiling or roof deck using series of wire. The grid is filled with the ceiling tiles which are primarily made from mineral fiber blends. Depending upon the appearance and visibility of the material, false ceiling are classified into export grid and concealed grid. Exposed grid system. This picture shows that the exposed grid system. The system where grid is visible into the which the panel or laying. The grid is finished in color to harmonize or contrast with the panel is known as a export grid system. Export grid varieties are most common type of suspended ceiling. They consist of long metal strips called mains which are interconnected with a shorter metal piece known as a tees together. The main tees from the grid system which are then filled acoustic ceiling tiles. Export grid suspended ceiling system can contribute to the passive fire protection. The system is rapid to installation and can provide a high degree of access to the ceiling wall. Then concealed grid system. Concealed grid system use the acoustical tile to hide the grid system front view. This creates a smooth, clean, which is aesthetically pleasing. The tile used as a small groove built into the perimeter, which slide over main and tees are covered down. Just like this is a structure like small groove which is built into the perimeter, which slide over the mains and the tees to the cover down. Various metal and few kind of pop ceiling come under this category. This type is more expensive than the exposed system. This kind of false ceiling sufficient difficult to maintenance to access the area above the ceiling. This is all about the timber market form, Venus and false ceiling system. Thank you.